Yuan Yuan was the kind of mischievous little boy who was always bringing home strange treasures. Usually, it was only small objects he found outside and secretly hid under his blanket. But this time, he had brought home something completely unexpected. A real little girl. "Where did you find her?" his mother asked in shock. "At the gate!" Yuan Yuan answered proudly, his tiny face filled with satisfaction. His mother remembered that the house next door had been busy with movers for the past 2 days. A new family had just moved in. The little girl must belong to the new neighbors. "We should take her back to her parents," she said gently. "No!" Yuan Yuan immediately hugged the soft, quiet little girl tightly. "I found her, so she's mine. I'm not giving her back." Meanwhile, next door, Ningxu watched the movers carry in the last piece of furniture and sighed with relief. Finally, everything's done. Just as he was about to make himself a cup of coffee, someone suddenly asked, "Where's your daughter?" Only then did Ningxu freeze. His daughter! In all the chaos of moving, he had completely forgotten about little Su Qingzhu. "It's fine," he said confidently. "She's probably hiding somewhere inside." But after searching every room without finding her, panic finally set in. "Qingzhu is really gone!" Ningxu calmly checked the security cameras. A few minutes later, both parents stared silently at the monitor. There, in broad daylight, they watched a tiny 3-year-old boy carrying away their daughter, who was almost as tall as he was. The funniest part? Su Qingzhu didn't resist at all. She quietly allowed herself to be carried away. Ningxu burst into laughter. "That little boy is surprisingly strong!" Back at Yuan Yuan's house, his mother tried to look serious. "Yuan Yuan, if you don't listen, Mommy is going to punish you." The little boy trembled slightly but still refused to let go. Unexpectedly, the little girl frowned. "Auntie," Su Qingzhu said calmly, "you're scaring him." Her mature expression made Yuan Yuan's mother laugh. "Sweetie, what's your name?" Su Qingzhu. "What a beautiful name. Do you remember how to get home?" The little girl nodded. "Then Auntie will take you home first. If your parents agree, you can come back and play with Yuan Yuan." Yuan Yuan hugged her even tighter. "No! She can't go!" He turned around, stuck out his tiny bottom, and declared heroically, "If you're going to spank me, go ahead! Then I won't be able to take her home!" His mother couldn't help laughing. "Yuan Yuan, let's help Qingzhu find her parents first. If you want to play together, we'll ask her parents. If they agree, she can stay and play." Yuan Yuan blinked innocently. "Will they agree?" After thinking for a moment, he asked the question everyone least expected. "Can I ask them to give Qingzhu to me?" His mother was completely speechless. Just then, the neighbors arrived. "Hello," Ningxu greeted politely. "We just moved in. I was wondering if my daughter wandered into your house." Yuan Yuan's mother smiled awkwardly. "Yes, she's here. We were just about to bring her back." Ningxu looked inside and saw his daughter standing there in a pretty little dress with colorful hair clips. For a moment, he almost couldn't recognize her. Yuan Yuan looked up curiously. "Auntie, are you Qingzhu's mummy?" "That's right," Ningxu smiled warmly. "And what's your name?" "I'm Yuan Yuan." "What a cute name." Yuan Yuan looked at him seriously. "Auntie, can you give Qingzhu to me? I really, really like her." Without missing a beat, Ningxu laughed. "Sure, she's yours." The little boy was simply too adorable. Su Qingzhu quietly stepped in front of Yuan Yuan, protecting him from her mother's enthusiastic cheek pinching. Ningxu couldn't stop laughing. "So now you won't even let me pinch another child's cheeks?" Ningxu invited Yuan Yuan over to play. "I'll bake cookies for you." Yuan Yuan immediately lit up. "Really?" His mother sighed helplessly. "What a little foodie." When Ningxu offered him candy, Yuan Yuan shook his head. "Daddy says I shouldn't eat food from strangers." Even so, his tiny hands honestly opened the little pocket on his shirt, waiting for the candy. Ningxu laughed so hard his stomach hurt. Soon the three of them began making cookies together. Yuan Yuan happily pressed cookie cutters into the dough. "Yuan Yuan, you're doing great!" The little boy proudly lifted his chin. When Ningxu praised Su Qingzhu as well, she only gave a calm little glance. Sometimes raising such a cool, expressionless daughter really was frustrating. Soon the delicious smell of freshly baked cookies filled the kitchen. Yuan Yuan sniffed the air excitedly. "Are they ready yet? Just 1 more minute. I'll smell them first." His mouth immediately started watering. Su Qingzhu silently picked up a towel and gently wiped away the drool from his chin. Ningxu couldn't stop smiling. His quiet daughter had actually started taking care of someone else. After the cookies cooled, Su Qingzhu quietly handed most of hers to Yuan Yuan. Yuan Yuan happily stuffed one cookie after another into his mouth, occasionally breaking off tiny pieces to feed her. She obediently opened her mouth every time. Ningxu watched in amazement. He had never seen his picky daughter eat so willingly. Yuanyuan was only 3 years old, cheerful, round-faced, and full of energy. Compared to his skinny little daughter, he looked much healthier. Ningxu secretly decided to save the security camera footage forever. Someday, when they grew up, he would definitely show them the video of the day Yuanyuan kidnapped his daughter. After eating, Yuanyuan naturally took Su Qingju's hand. "Let's go home." She quietly followed him without hesitation. Ningxu sighed. "My daughter really just follows whoever she likes." Back at Yuanyuan's house, his mother couldn't help laughing. "Didn't we just return her?" Yuanyuan answered confidently. "But Auntie already gave Qingju to me." His mother realized she would need to teach her son an important lesson. "You can't just bring people home." Yuanyuan immediately covered his ears. "I'm not listening! I'm not listening!" His mother lightly patted his little bottom. The next second, his loud crying echoed throughout the entire villa. Fortunately, his father returned home just in time. One piece of chocolate was enough to calm the little boy down. Yuanyuan took one huge bite before offering the remaining half, with his tiny bite marks still clearly visible, to Su Qingju. She stared silently at the chocolate. After a long hesitation, she opened her mouth and ate it. That evening, both families shared dinner together. Although Su Qingju usually refused many foods, tonight she ate everything Yuanyuan fed her, even fish, which she normally hated. The adults watched in amazement. When it was finally time to go home, Yuanyuan wrapped both arms around Su Qingju and refused to let go. Seeing how reluctant the children were to separate, Yuanyuan's mother jokingly suggested, "Why not let Qingju stay here tonight?" Ningxu laughed. "My daughter doesn't seem to want to leave anyway." The conversation soon turned playful. "She's so adorable," Yuanyuan's mother smiled. "I'd love to keep her as my own daughter." Ningxu grinned. "Forget being your daughter. Why not let her become your family's future daughter-in-law instead?" Yuanyuan tilted his head. "What's a daughter-in-law?" Ningxu explained with a smile. "Someone who will stay by your side and play with you every day." Yuanyuan's eyes sparkled. "I want Qingju to be my daughter-in-law!" Approved, Ningxu laughed. Su Qingju silently glanced at her mother. Shouldn't someone ask for her opinion first? Ningxu teased her. "You have 2 choices. Either come home with me, or stay here and accept becoming Yuanyuan's future bride." Su Qingju remained silent. "I'll take that as a yes." That night, after taking baths, the 2 children lay side by side in Yuanyuan's little bed. A golden retriever slept beside the bed, while a stuffed toad sat near the pillow. Just after lying down, Yuanyuan suddenly sat up again. "Qingju. Can you tell me a bedtime story?" He climbed off the bed, grabbed a storybook from the bedside table, carefully placed it in her hands, climbed back into bed, folded his little hands neatly on his chest, and waited expectantly. Su Qingju quietly opened the book and began reading the story aloud, one gentle sentence at a time.